don't come with safety. The only time I'm safe is when I'm dangerous. Posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit, you think I'm playing. Trouble hop out bustin' at it, brother miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them. Young boy fingers itching, fingers squeezing on the trigger. They heard all them glitches. Money man, I run it up. If I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit asking questions. I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. My little bro, he makes it vanish. He with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground. It's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy. Don't you have your bitch around? Switch up on this bitch. I catch him deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the midst of shit that we ain't do. We spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide. Think she trying to set the pick. Other hoes been tripping, texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left a boy out there with his brains out. Yeah, that's that messy shit. Bought another Glock. Let's catch an op so I can test the bitch.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, folks. What's good, everybody? Salute to the motherfucking chat. I see y'all. What's up, dog? What's up, Freddie? How y'all doing? We got some shit to go over today real quick. How y'all living? 13 people already in the building. Man, what have I kept saying, man? Adam 22, back friends with Bricc, baby, huh? The whole call-out thing wasn't much to talk about, huh? I'm just going to talk about it right now, huh? Let's go ahead and talk about this, man. What's up, Kev? What's up, Kev? So here we have it. Bricc, we ain't going to waste no time, y'all. We're going to go right into it, man. Now, we all watched Adam 22 give his little Bricc baby spill. But since Bricc baby has something to offer Adam, which means, you know, what Bricc baby says behind the wall might be worth something to the fans. So, you know, he's probably got like a deal worked out. Said he says that as well. I say that too. You know, you call in, we'll keep getting you paid as long as your call-ins make us views. Then I'll keep paying you. That's dirty. Dirty work, boy. Dirty, dirty, dirty work.
This is good. He told me that Luce has not had a fade the whole time he's been in there. He said he asked Luce for a fade at least 8 times.
What are we, fucking 5?
And that
he hasn't had a fade the whole time he's been there.
Because
are we fucking 4?
Bricc said, but he did say that Luce has been moved to a separate division, and he is now actually like with Dirk.
What? Wait, Dirk? Who Brick's with Dirk or Luce?
You turn down the fade with Bricc, and you get to become OTF. I guess. No, I'm just not. But like he just said that like there's different sections to the prison or whatever, and that basically like he got shipped off to that.
Who believes this bullshit?
You get to now
in the day and age of social media where we don't know what's real and what's real we don't know. Everybody has a bias.
Yeah,
you have Bricc basically snuck this in, and I would have made a video in it, but I thought Adam versus Bricc was way bigger than Luce versus Bricc. But apparently, Luce versus Bricc is something to be held. That's why I cut that part out of the beginning of Suspect and I guess Cuz name is Jonathan or whatever. I don't know him. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't know Cuz. Either way, him and Jonathan's thing. But Bricc said he did this to Luce. He rolled it up.
All right, I don't mean to interrupt, but we have a very, very, very.
All right, let's hear this call, y'all. He said he made lucecannon check in, and by the word check in from Indiana, that word means you're rolling it up. You're going to protective custody. You're checking into protective custody. It doesn't mean that you're checking in to the people that's fucking in the city or whatever. Check in means check in. That's exactly what it means, and that's all. Check in means you're going to PC. So he says that lucecannon's going to PC. I don't believe nothing none of these dudes are saying now. They all sound like a bunch of fucking retards. They all sound like they're just trying to make money in jail. And that's all it sounds like. Period.
What up, Bricc?
Yo, what's deal with the home team? What y'all got going on, man?
Oh, not a lot going on here. The typical stuff. Suspect is arguing with our other news hosts. What you watch the news. You know what it's like.
The Gerb doing what the Gerb do.
You know?
Exactly.
No cap. Nigga said I don't want to fight. I got up, opened the door, and said, "Follow me outside." He ain't moved. You know how.
Oh, it's so cool.
Regular.
So cool. So now everybody gets to come up on these podcasts and act like they're 4 again, or they're 9 again, right? Like fighting is the coolest thing to do. Y'all gotta stop up here, man. Y'all gotta quit, because some of you make yourselves look stupid.
Can we talk about that?
Wait, what happened?
Oh, man, that's the crazy part. Lucecannon sitting here lying online. His hand ain't broke. You know what I mean? I never was this silly. I don't know how the hell he talk about he moved me out the cell. Nigga ain't never moved me out the cell a day in their life unless it was blood.
Oh, never was a silly. So Bricc is known to tell a lie too now. Well, I don't know if Bricc would tell a lie, but they was like telling everybody, man, we sell these, man. We sell these, homie. We sell these.
Blood is in the holes inside a nigga body, man. Then when I find out he lying online, I tell him to come on here, come upstairs and get that good old ass whooping. He calls the scene in the day room, man. The next day he out of here, man. I ain't gonna
so Luce causes a scene in the day room. You know what that's called? A check-in move. That's called a check-in move. When you cause a big scene in the day room and the police got to come in there and find out what's going on so you get to tell them, that's called a check-in move. It's called an easy way out. I don't believe none of this shit, man. I don't believe none of it.
I don't know, but we still right here, cool in the real gangland. The score is still right here, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, how you holding up, Bricc?
I'm doing good. I've been working back out. I done gained like 15 pounds already.
We already know how you get, nigga. They come out the county, nigga, looking like little big.
Hey, I'ma look like I was here, man. I'm eating all my zooms and whams, man. You know what I'm saying? I'ma go up for another bill in a couple of months, man. I'ma let them get over it.
Ooh, that's ugly. In a couple months. You hear what he says? Listen to what he has to say. Listen. I'm going up for bail in a couple months.
Get over the fact that I ain't the one they looking for real quick, man.
Let them get over the fact that I ain't the one they're looking for. These motherfuckers are still in fairy tale land, are they not? Are they in fairy tale land? I'll go up for bail hearing in another couple months. Let them figure out that I ain't the one they looking for, man. Not me, man. I'm gonna tell everything.
How you feeling as far as your body? Because we
That's
do what we do when we're
crazy,
outside.
boy.
That was the only thing I was really worried about. I know you can handle yourself in jail.
John? What's
I
up,
know
Freddie?
you want to
What's
be
up,
back
Kevin?
with family, but I know how to get when you go from off the street and they lock your ass in that cage. How you feeling now?
Hey, you hear me? I'm back right. And then you already know they got little tweakers here. You know what I mean?
And you be tweaking.
Right, man, you know.
This dude was on the podcast every day, nodding out. Every single day. He cannot tell me he didn't go through it. I'm sorry to tell you. Once your body builds up a tolerance to that much opiates, you are going to go through it. I don't give a fuck what you say. You can take one Vicodin a day. As soon as that day comes that your body don't get that Vicodin, guess what? You're going to go through it. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah, you ain't gotta say no more, nigga.
Yeah. It's all love. They probably, only get 10 minutes at a time. I was 5 minutes in when I called y'all, man. No Jumper, the coolest podcast in the world, man. Y'all can stay tuned to the home team, man.
But hold on, man. Hold on. We were just watching videos of you talking about people with their feet up in the sand, not giving the kid what's owed to him. Weren't we? Isn't that what we were just doing? Hit that like button for me, y'all. I would appreciate it so much. Thank y'all.
You Bricc, free Bricc.
Previously on X-Men. you know, that was already planned, you know. So
Boy, here we go.
what?
So we let everybody else figure that out.
What do you mean he's out of your cell, baby?
All over the internet, we heard in the statement.
Be lying, bro. They just
Are
be
y'all cool or you're not
lying.
cool?
No, we good now because he clarified it. He said that he was talking about that he's in a custody battle, and then told everybody his paperwork talking. He was in custody. I mean, going through a child's custody battle. So when he was like, "I'm tired of the police doing something or whatever," it was because of the police. I mean, I guess
What's up, Rock?
was telling him certain things going through a child custody.
Oh wow. So people were taking that as if he was telling, but really and truly
Like
he was
this,
just speaking from
like Sharice don't know. Sharice is clout chasing like a motherfucker. Like, oh wow. So people were spinning the narrative. Oh wow. Man, these motherfuckers here, bro. And you know what makes it even more funny? The people that believe them. That's what makes it even more funny. The people that believe these two.
emotions of dealing with them for his custody battle with the children.
Yeah, so everybody got the paperwork and everything, so everything is good.
So you kicked him out the celly because you thought he was a rat, baby? Oh my gosh.
Man, the lies being told,
So
y'all.
is he coming back or what's happening with that now?
Yeah, no, we good. We good now.
Okay, so
Probably an hour or two.
so they're gonna put him back up in there?
Yeah, no, he's here now. He just moved a couple of cells over until we worked out everything. But yeah, he clarified it.
Gosh, y'all be just like
Hold on, man. Hold on, man. They don't just come in and move your cell because you guys might fight and then everything be all right and they just move you back in now. It's okay, guys. You guys are okay. It won't happen again, I promise. That's not the way it works. This dude is lying straight through his fucking teeth, bro. Luce Cannon is an habitual, perpetual fucking
1 minute y'all cool, the next minute y'all not. 1 minute y'all
liar, bro. He can't stop lying. The cops don't come here and say, "Oh, well, you guys got problems." Oh, well, I'm gonna move him down here until you guys work that out, and then when we get done, there is a bed count. There is a head count. There is that person lays in that bed. It used to be a little bit more wide open where they would just throw you in the block and say, "Find yourself a bed," but not anymore. Not these days. They want to know where you're laying, where you're fucking sleeping. When you go out to go to work, they want to clock you out, know where you're at during head count. Come on, bro. They ain't just moving you all willy-nilly so you guys become better. And this is a Fed case? Shut the fuck up. And hello, Phoenix Blaze. How are you, darling?
cool. Y'all need to make up your mind.
Hey, yo, you. Can you subscribe and turn on that bell too? Because when you do, you're helping unbiased, independent news.
Part of Bricc is he asked for the fade, but then he says that Luce Cannon made a lot of ruckus in the day room.
Called the scene is what they call it.
Yeah, yeah. And because he like calls a scene, like trying to fight.
Through, yeah.
Many such cases.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. If he called, if he's really trying to fight, then is it really like rolling up? If you really was trying to fight, and then they just say, "Yo, you called the scene."
But you're not really trying to fight if you make it a big scene.
If you call them, he tried to go live in the day room.
Not live. That's crazy.
That's what it's called, going live in the day room.
Oh, okay.
He tried to go live in the day room, and it didn't work. Apparently,
that's like if you want to beat.
You never go live in the day room unless you want to be caught. You never fight in the day room unless it starts there. You always take it off somewhere. If it's a fucking put together fight, you take it off somewhere that way two people can duke it out. One person wins, the other person loses. Whippity doo dah. There's fights every day in jail. Every single day. Is it childish? Most of the time, yes. It is. But everything is worth something in there. Your socks, worth something. Your draws, worth something. Your respect, worth something. Everything has a monetary value to it. Everything.
And we at the same house party. You're not gonna walk like you don't just walk up to me and be like, "Hey, let's go outside real quick." If you're like, "Hey, there that fool is. He over there."
We've all seen this done.
You don't want to fight
on the streets, but in jail where there's like that much more scrutiny on you, it's gonna be even crazier. Yeah.
Yo, listen, man. If Luce rolled it up, it's all over for him too. If it's all over for X4, it's all over for Luce as well. If Luce rolled it up, nah, buddy. You supposed to be the boogeyman, the Batman, the beatdown boy. You hear me? You supposed to be all this thuggery and all this gangsterism. But if that ain't the case, then that ain't the case. Now, do I believe that? Man, listen, I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't believe
the
that.
day of me believing what anybody is saying as far as Bricc and lucecannon go, I take it all with a grain of salt.
Thank you. Ain't nobody believing that bullshit, man. These dudes are in federal custody. Lucecannon gonna say, "Oh, they just moved him down the way a minute. They're gonna move him back tonight, though. Where everything's all settled. They're gonna move him back tonight, though." There you go, Phoenix. 2 days is better than none.
Just do. I don't know what they got going. I don't really necessarily want to know what's true and what's not.
Yeah.
Because part of me is saying this. Why are y'all saying all of this crap on podcasts? Why are y'all saying all this crap?
Because Adam wants him to. Because Adam want them to. Wack want them to. The feds want them to. So they're doing it. It's going to get even more fucking stupid. Watch. Just mark my words. They're going to start talking even more fucking stupid on here. Mark my words. Because the feds want them to be doing this. Because trust me, if the feds didn't want them doing this, they wouldn't be fucking doing it. I promise you that. What's up, Spider-Man? They would done thrown these people in the hole. They would have done put them on motherfucking on a restriction. They wouldn't be able to use the phone. Come on, bro. The feds want these people doing this. They want them doing it. Yeah, get on them phones. Say everything you want.
On the net. And then I'm thinking to myself, Adam and Bricc might be running a play too. Adam and Bricc might have a deal now to say, "Hey, man, listen, since you're gone, this is the way that you can make money. You just go ahead and pop up on No Jumper, and then you do this like 2 or 3 times a week. We'll run our content up. You hot as fish grease, bro. This is how you can make money, and we can make money, and we can still do business together. If you give us exclusivity to phone calls that you need to make, and we'll run content after that. I mean, off of that, pardon me. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Let me grab
now,
my drink.
What I will say is this. This don't look good for Luce, but Luce can turn around and say, "Man, that ain't true," and all that stuff, and put out paperwork and kill all that noise. But if he does that, anything that they say, we just gonna think they run in place. If people don't already think that they run in place. Some people do, some people don't. I don't know. I don't know what the hell to believe. I ain't never been to the feds. I ain't never going. So whatever they got going, they're good at what they do. What do you mean? They're good at making people go ahead, watch, and form an opinion. See, one of the things about the internet, and I'll just give free game to a lot of people who are wanting to do YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, aka X. You had to force people to talk about what it is that you got going. You have to force people to react, whether it's a laughing emoji, a sad emoji, somebody clowning you, somebody supporting you. You had to force people to react. And that's what they're both good at. I think Luce is just now learning his footing with this stuff. So if Luce came out and said, "Yeah, man, I made Bricc roll it up," you know what I'm saying? Or get off the, you know, not be my celly, or, you know, whatever the heck and all that stuff. Bricc has to defend himself or ignore it.
But Bricc did defend himself.
So, as far as the case goes with Bricc and Luce Cannon, man, I don't know what's real, bro. I think they playing the
I didn't
game.
know what's
I
real
think
when
they
they
know
were
that
out
they
here.
need to get their bread up
I'ma
because
be
there's no
honest.
way they said half of this stuff on
I
the damn.
didn't know what was real when them two fools were out on the streets. What makes you think I'm gonna believe anything while they're in jail on the phone? Yeah. You know him and his wife talking to him and his wife. Probably
Phone,
coming up
knowing
every
good
day.
and damn well what the hell is going on. So they doing thousands of views, which equals money. Money helps defense funds. Defense funds help defend you in them courts, and it helps you defend you in them courts without you even having to ask anybody for a dime. So if that's the case, then that's the case, man. And they could just keep running in, and people will keep on reacting to.
Well, I was looking at Sharice Mills and Luce Cannon's page just this morning or last night one, and I was watching the phone call, and the comment section was quite against them. Like, before you start losing all of your followers, blah 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 blah, you might want to start telling the truth. You're losing, and yeah, they're losing followers fast.
To it, but as it stands right now, as far as Luce Cannon and Bricc go, if they really warning to sell like that and everything, then so be it. It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. This happens a lot in jail. It just does.
Nah,
so I mean, cats get into arguments. Y'all spend every
on the
damn
same
second.
page.
You know, y'all. No, I don't say every second. Y'all spend hours a day at a time with each other. Eventually, hey, bro, you kind of annoying. Hey, you irking my nerves. Hey, man, I ain't really feeling like
That
being
very
messed with
much
today.
does happen.
I ain't feeling like being messed with today, too. King of the hill, king of the hill. All of these things, your ego gets hyperinflated. You feel some type of way, and this just is what it is, man. But if they do got some static going on, they need to squabble, get that out the way, and then call it what it is. Now, if Luce Cannon is...
I think somebody's scared. I think they're both shook. Send them both to church. They got church in there. Let's move on to the next topic, though, man, because I don't really care. I don't really too much care about that. I don't care. I care more about Wack being a snitch than I do about this topic. Shout out to Deuce Sims, man, for providing us with more content. Let me bring it up. They're saying Wack 100 may allegedly be witness number 2 in the Rico. It makes sense, man. I'm going to bring it up for y'all, man.
And me alone are your captain. That we've done been reactions, and it seemed like they're going in a sequence. Even if you look at the thumbnail, after a moment, I saw that there was something going. I kept the thumbnail sequence, of course, but now this one is totally random out the blue, unless he saw what we've been up to. But
this is ugly, y'all.
Has been up to.
You could check this out on Street Certified and also Spider Loke as well, of course.
So it seemed like Monday, Big U had a detention hearing.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to get out on bond.
Correct.
And my boy, man, shout out Active Chucks, man. He sent me the 26-page document that is the brief that the government provided because they didn't want him to get bond. And he ended up not getting bond. I guess in the brief, it lays out Big U and his part of his criminal activity and different people he was doing crimes with. You hit me this morning about it. Shout out Active Chucks, he hit me too. But I guess there's a statement in this document where they're outlaying the crimes of Big U.
Correct.
Where Big U is threatening the producer Molly Mall or something, and he's telling Molly Mall, "Don't fuck with such and such. He a rat."
And that's
Wack. Just think about how much he done pop Molly Mall name on these platforms. Him and Luce lives Coochie Cannon. I wonder if they put them peoples on to the fact that they had a Molly Mall connection, or was it probably ain't no telling. Well, Molly might have told them, but it don't matter. They've been popping Molly name.
Yep.
So it all corroborates one with the other.
Yep.
Facts on my mama.
Big U threatens Molly Mall.
When you think about it all,
to fuck with Wack 100 because Wack 100.
When you think about all of this on the outside looking in, yeah, I know, Rock. What's up, James? When you look at all this, all the people that are involved have sat and dissed each other. They've talked about each other. They went at each other. Luce's win at 600. Molly Mall, fucking Luce's win at Molly Mall. Wack's win at Molly Mall. Like all these people that are involved with this are all win at each other. You know why? Because I feel like they all know they're rats. I think they all know. And that's the thing they have over each other. I really had that gut feeling. I really got that gut feeling that Wack is a rat, and he's got that over Luce Cannon, and Luce Cannon's got that Wack is a rat. I think all these people hold something over each other. I really do. And then they press the line on each other to the ultimate. They'll talk about each other's mothers, dead people, fucking kids, but they won't get to that line. And I'm telling you, bro, I don't have the paperwork to like officially go over or anything. If anybody does, man, send it to my email. But Wack seems to know a little too much, a little too early, and a lot of it.
And as a rat, the government refers it as like witness to.
Yeah.
Witness to.
And then he also refers to.
Imagine being classified as CS2 back, all the controversy, and now you
witness number two again.
Allegedly controversially, that's the question. You just always been the second man. You never been first. That's your complex. Oh, blah. That's fucked up. Even when I met you, first thing out your mouth was, you from East Coast, my girl from East Coast. You used to fuck her. You was the second man in. You said she look good now, though.
We don't need no lawyer.
And put it through nursing
I
school.
just don't have
But
it.
you didn't say nothing.
I just don't have it. I haven't tried to get it. You know what I mean? I could get on Pacer and probably get it, but like, I just haven't.
I left them walls though.
There's enough people on YouTube that are breaking it down for us. And if you know how to read
when I
paperwork,
see him, I'm gonna
you
break
can read
his
it.
jaw. And I think that's where a lot of people was like, "Yo, that's Wack 100."
Correct. But Wack 100, I think he's going on. Oh, they either refer to me in the paperwork as opponent or Wack 100.
But they can refer to you.
What was
as
weird because I sent you
that
when
too.
DJ Academics.
You
know,
understand?
called
It
him to
doesn't
give
always
Wack
have to
his
be
side. Before
right.
Academics could even like ask him a question. Wack 100 is over here just being super defensive. Like he didn't even get the question.
What did I say?
Him.
What did I say, y'all? What did I say? What is the biggest giveaway that Wack 100 is a rat? He gets super defensive. If you know you're not a snitch, if you know for a fact that you're not something, and someone just keeps pressing that issue. You're this, you're this, you're this, you're this. You're going to give up even trying to fucking fight about it. It's like, shut the fuck up. You're fucking stupid at this fucking point. If you can't even prove it, then shut the fuck up. You sound dumb as hell. You sound like a hater. Then that's exactly what it is. A fucking hater. Wack should be in jail right now for that fucking beatdown, bro. Period. And I don't know why he's not in jail. There was a whole beatdown outside No Jumper that Wack had happened. But nobody else.
Hey,
nobody else.
Rockstar Sim. Oh no. See, yeah, Rockstar.
Because he knew what was coming.
Like he already you don't even know what he's talking about. You
on my mama. That's why he continuously had these conversations within these parameters, these same people, the Poetic Facos, the Vladimir 22s, the Vladimirs themselves, the Wackademics. These is all his little
Did not tell you guys that too, man. I told you AD's good. AD's good at this. He keeps talking to these big platforms because he's able to manipulate these bigger platforms. The moment that a big platform that he can't manipulate him, he goes on a smear campaign for him. That's a fact. Goes on a straight smear campaign. Don't want nothing to do with him. That's why he keeps running to Wack. He's already punked out Trap Lord Ross. These people got millions of followers. So he can manipulate their minds. And if he can manipulate the mind of the creator, then whoever's following that creator's mind will also be manipulated into thinking that Wack is not a fucking cop. When we all know deep down inside on this channel, Wack is working with the police. I've seen Wack pop up on fucking small channels and threaten them, threaten to roll up, threaten to do harm to their families for calling him a rat. But has he been to jail for that? He can just go around willy-nilly threatening people, threatening people's families, threatening to do gang harm to people. Shut the fuck up. He's a cop, bro.
That he can pressure into performing when he puts on payroll. Oh, wow.
You playing the defensive role, you not even letting the man get out the question. It just seemed kind of a little fishy or guilty.
Let me break everything down, and I want to be honest and open with the people too. So today I got a message. It was from Rockstar.
Bro, listen.
See, right there, bro, listen.
Wack 100 knew what Rockstar and with all these people and with academics, he knew what they was gonna say because his name really got mentioned back in the March paperwork in the 75. So in March, there was the main indictment that came out, 75 pages on Big U.
Yeah.
In the March paperwork, if you were to read every single page and actually know what they talking about, I believe they mentioned Wack dealing with Molly Mall and being a rat and all of it. They mentioned that in the first indictment. So then when the second, when the statement of facts from the government comes out to challenge Big U's bond on Monday, it alludes to the same story in that paperwork, but it doesn't get as detailed. So if you were to go back to the original document, that's what I'm doing right now to get the exact part.
That's what
Wack
they
100.
do.
I'm sure he's had people read the paperwork or he's read the
That's
paperwork
what they do to keep Wack safe.
And that's why when academics started,
it's like deja vu, just like Mark Stevens said, and just like Ho No Hundred knows what they called him, CS2 bag, the Wack boy. He knows that's him too. He knows. Remember, he don't smoke, he don't drink. He remembers that he's so caught up as a groupie and all these fantasies and all these stories that are bigger than life. He remembers having that conversation with Mark Stevens. He's already told Stutterbox on the platform, I talked to dog the same way it says it in the paperwork. It's like deja vu all over again. History repeating himself. He's a slow tart.
Damn.
Talking
already on the defense.
He already knew where he was going with
trying
it.
to play. You doing Wack 100 semantics, all these moving the goalposts, giving all these different explanations and different examples.
Shout out to the chat, man. What's up, people? How y'all living today?
What he's going through, typical Wack 100 just beat around the bush. Because this is the thing with Wack 100, he knows how to his audience. It's easy just to kind of trick them with different words and play.
Wack said it. Half the people are dumb.
Keep building, cooking.
And I'm not talking about none of my people because I'd like to believe that 85% of this chat got a little bit of brain on them. I'd like to believe that. I would like to believe that. That about 85% of the people in here got a little bit of brains on them. We like to have fun and play games and shit, right? But we still got our head on. But you got these people out here that just turn into fans. And then you know what a fan is. That's a fanatic. So they get fanatical. Look how Bullets Gotti treats Wack 100, bro. Like if it's his dad. Yo, Wack. Yes, Wack. No, Wack. No, listen, Wack. Yo, yeah, yes, Wack. Yo, no, Wack. The fuck? And he literally dogged you out, Gotti. You got a Cyrax Defender? That's funny. That ain't going far.
In that small unit, the Trap LaRosse, the Vladimirs, the Agent 22, the Wackademics, I think they're more invested in the dialogue, the back and forth for is viral value.
Yep.
But they obviously are not convinced or tricked. I think as the intellect level decreases, the amount of the people that entertain this dude to whatever capacity, because I entertain them none whatsoever. But as the intellectual level goes down, then the more belief he may have amongst the people that entertain him. But at the top, even those that entertain him don't believe him much at all. I know for a fact.
Everything, like I keep saying, I'll say it over and over and over again. Everything Wack touches turns to shit. It does. It does, bro. He's not a good dude. He's not one of them good people. He's not a person that you want around. He's like a sly snake. He's like a backbiter. He's one of them people that's always got a story for you. He's one of them people that'll pump your head up and make you believe this is going to happen for you and that's going to happen for you. And he's not going to do nothing for you because Wack isn't as big as he even talks. He's just now becoming podcast rich, y'all. Just now. He's not as rich as you would claim to think he is.
Agent 22, no, he full of shit. Oh, my mama.
Circles around people who are not, let's just, I'm not trying to say, make any, trying to disrespect anybody, but he knows how to kind of like talk circles around people who are not as.
Nah, he don't. Because if he did, he would not get all loud and disrespectful, aggressive, and violent. That's why he utilizes those tactics, because he cannot talk a circle around anyone with a half a bit of sense.
Nope.
Oh, my mama. No one that wants to convince the world that they're an expert at business, and they call it Bennett, and can't not pronunciate, or they're too ashamed to admit that they can pronunciate or they're too lazy to pronounce the word business.
No, he's just
in
still
its
using
appropriate
Ebonics.
fashion.
He's just 48
Can
years old,
never-
still using Ebonics, Spider. You gotta let him go. You gotta let him go, bro. Like if you're 48 years old, you still shouldn't be using Ebonics in the corporate world. I'm sorry to tell you, you're not gonna get very far. Use half the brain God gave you, by God.
Ever convince me they're a successful businessman. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine a chef.
Hey, you want to go into
calling
business?
himself She-Nef, and he ain't.
Hey, y'all want to? Hey, James, you want to go into business? What up with that business, James? You guys want to go into business? 50-50. Shit, ain't nobody going into business with you. I got you fucked up. You want to go into business? 50-50. 50-50.
Because
that's what we
depending
do
on
business.
your flavor, but y'all get the point. Anyway, let them get back to cooking. Oh my mama.
Educated or not as smart, because if you're on Clubhouse
Shout out
all
to the
day
chat,
and things like that, you probably don't have much going for you, in your life. So he knows how to kind of sway the narrative in those rooms. But when it's somebody like academics, you're not going to talk circles around academics. Like, he's going to be able to match you on those semantics. And
no, he could outmatch him. However, you'll see Wack conveniently bring up the word rape when engaging academics in these back and forth debate scenarios. And the academics is behooved, motivated to tuck his tail.
Yep.
Oh, my mama.
Yep.
Trying to move the goalposts and things like that. So that's the thing with Wack 100 that gets me. It's like, anytime
he's an industry
that is somebody who can match him on the intellect level, then it's
he's a cop industry plant,
hey,
bro.
we gonna catch the fade. Then it's when he knows that he,
which is extreme evidence of his ignorance, said lack of intelligence, because actually an intelligent person is stimulated by challenging exchange. That's what intellect, iron sharpens iron. One feeds off the other.
Yep.
When you
Spider ain't lying, man.
Bark upon or engage upon.
You better learn how to use words. You're gonna get up here and try to go at people. You better learn how to use words.
And angry. That is evidence of an extremely small
Watch her, kitty.
Of intellect. Oh my mama.
It's so true.
Win on that on the intelligence side, then he comes with the, oh, I'm a gangbanger, I'm a street dude, I'm gonna beat you up. But at the same time, you talking about, oh, the only people I deal with are business people and multimillionaires. If I call somebody, they'll give me $500K. Now, I don't know if that is true or not, but it's like you try to play both sides of the fence.
Yep. One foot in, 1 foot out.
Like,
you see what happened to Big U is doing that. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I don't really have to be convinced anymore. Anything Wack 100 says, you have to take with a grain of salt. You have to check it 300 fucking times. And I really don't need to be convinced anymore that he's probably an industry plant hip hop cop.
Manger, are you a businessman?
I personally think him and academics did the play before the play.
Oh, like where I'm gonna call Wack. I'm gonna call you. So just kind of,
That's why. What do it say in the title? We got content. Them boys is starving for content over there. So they get on the phone. Hey, Wack, man, people gonna start talking about this shit. Hey, Wack, man, people about to connect the dots. Let's connect the dots and create our content first on it.
But he don't even know how to play the role. It's like you saw.
He's not playing the role. I wish I had a clip uploaded. If I had watched this before, I probably would have been motivated to find the clip. You could tell when he playing the role. This was organic, natural. Oh my mama.
so quick to just start being extra defensive. It's like, bro,
Yeah,
you already jumping the gun. You just looking guilty.
The defensive thing, that is very true. My mama used to say, I can tell you're lying right now, you're getting too defensive. And I'd be getting defensive as hell. And I was lying like a motherfucker. And as I've grown older and I've gotten wiser in my age, people that have to go lash out to defend themselves are probably the people that are lying, or the people that have something to prove, or someone that just doesn't have any shame. It's all 1, 2, or 3 of those. You choose.
You already jumping the gun. You just looking guilty.
Hey, you know the old school people, man, they not really hip to like the new age way of like mental manipulation. You know what I'm saying? Like they get sucked into it. Like you saw what happened with Big Meech and the Rick Ross and the 50 Cent situation. They get sucked into mental games that they not used to playing, but like kids, that's all they do now. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Well, that was a good flick. I mean, that made a lot of sense. I don't know if Wack 100 is for sure in this paperwork, but it alludes to that. It alludes to that. I think 100 for the last year at least, I have had it in my thoughts that Wack 100 was the police. For the last year, bro. So you think I'm not going to go with my gut and say, whoa, man, something's up with Wack, bro. Something is up with Wack, bro. Because he just goes out of his way to defend the ratting situation that was put forth to him. Yeah, we remember. Just goes out of his way, bro. And the fact how he's trying to up until this time, it was big you this, big you that, big you this, big you that, big you this, big you that, briccbaby this, briccbaby that, loose cannon this, loose cannon that. Now he's trying to back himself away from it like it doesn't even exist anymore. Like, I don't even want to talk about it no more, guys. They're their own people. They're their own people. Yeah, because you done fed them to the wolves. Shout out to my dude, Zeke Black. You fed them to the wolves, bro. Now you got briccbaby and Luce Cannon up in the federal penitentiary lying their ass off for content to make money to hopefully get an attorney, because right now they're both working with public defenders. Right now, Luce Cannon has a public fucking defender, bro, fighting a federal case. That ain't good. You're going to jail. I think all of them are going to tell anyway. It don't matter. Wack 100 orchestrated all of them, and now I think every single one of them are going to tell something to get some time knocked off. I think Brick's going to say something. I think Luce is going to say something. I think every other defendant that's on the case is going to definitely say something, because the only real person they want is Big U. I mean, briccbaby and Luce, they have like a pack, like it's a track record, of course, but they want Big U. They definitely want Big U. I don't know. You guys have a beautiful day, man. I'm going on my Friday, baby. I fucking love you guys, man. Shout out to the chat. I appreciate y'all being here. I may go live again tonight. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but it's Friday. I probably won't. Y'all have a beautiful Friday, man. AD over and out.
I gon' come with safety. The only time I'm safe is when I'm dangerous. Posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit. You think I'm playing? Trouble hop out busting at it, brother. Miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them. Young boy fingers itching, fingers squeezing on the trigger. They heard all them glitches. money, man, I run it up. If I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit asking questions. I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. My little bro, he makes it vanish. He with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground. It's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy. Don't you have your bitch around? Switch up on this bitch. I catch him deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the midst of shit that we ain't do. We spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide. Think she trying to set the pick. Other hoes been tripping, texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left a bro out there with his brains out. Yeah, that's that messy shit. Bought another